My name is Marylou Dominic. Currently, I'm in the US. So I'm working as engagement manager for one of the consultancy services company in US. So I'm a mother of two. I have a family I need to take care as well as take care of my career as well. Um, talking about PMP, to be very honest, it's been on my mind for many years, not even months, many years. And it's been 15 plus years in my career I have given to the IT organization. But I thought about this at least 5 years ago itself. But, you never find time to do it. That is basically, uh, I always thought I need to do it, but I just did not make time for it, right? You have to make time, you won't find time. So this time I did it. Number one reason is my husband did it last year and he kept saying, you have to do it. This is the right institution to join. And Infocareer was introduced through my sister. Actually, she did it 2 years ago. So I actually thought, why should I join an institute and then study? I can do it on my self-space, right? But when my husband, he shared his experience with me, I said, why not try it, right? When I tried it, I really felt that I made the right move. I got some confidence, right? So the first thing I want to talk about Infocareer is one thing is when I reached out, I'm reaching out from a different country. I said, I cannot make it on the times that you have it in Chennai. So they were very accommodative. That's first thing of the request. And they planned it so well with other aspirants from different countries were in that same time. One thing is, so that level of, hearing your customer, for us, it is, for you guys, we are a customer, right? Hearing the customer needs and accommodating that is a first good impression I had, right? Not like forcing me to join 10:30 in the night. Uh, I wouldn't have joined. I wouldn't have paid attention. So they made it in such a timing that I was able to join. That's number one. Number two is the planning of the every session, the communication before the session starts or prior to the prior to the training session, 2 days before itself, we get the invites. So all that planning activity is so clearly done, and I think your administration is also doing very well. Anytime you call them, anytime you ask them, they'll just reply in few minutes, right? At least acknowledging that I'm reaching out to you, and they understand that, and whether they solve a problem or not, but at least they acknowledge it right away. So kudos to your administration team as well. And the entire training plan that was put together, the way every session went, the trainers, it was not like reading a book or reading some slides. It was very practical experiences, something that I could relate to, right? I cannot relate. I'm an IT person. I cannot relate to manufacturing, construction, but laid down in very simple terms. You, Shekhar sir, Nadrajan, and all the others, Karthik, everybody else, right? They did such a fabulous job. They kept you, interested. I was never a time where, I'm gonna, go away from this, mentally go away from this session, right? My mind was always there. So they kept you interested, whether, it is exactly as what the book tells you or not. Something that I learned every session, right? If I want to explain this to somebody else, I will obviously use those examples only, how to articulate it to them and all that. So those trainers have done a great job, including you, sir. Then after the training is done, or while the training itself, as I said before, I love the flashcards. Every day morning, I'll wake up, I look at my WhatsApp. I will never respond to any forwarded messages, but I will always respond to that flashcards that come. When I used to do it wrong, first time, second time, I was like, why did I do it wrong? Then I kind of, understood how should you change your thinking in responding to that. So that flashcard kept me on my toes, small things, right? Every day, one flashcard also mattered. I learned one question that day. So the flashcards were very good. And I never read Rita or anything like a PM book. As you guys said, I just went with the content, all your info, your road to success, the documents, ICLEAF questions. I just stuck to the rules, right? I didn't want to deviate so that I don't get distracted as well. So that giving those documentations, giving those materials for us to go through also was very good. So that is also was fine. And last thing is, I took almost, I guess, more than 2 months to finish every exam. I used to get very disheartened when I used to fail one exam. But it was not. I guess it's not like that. It's about just learning and keeping going through. And as you did it, you felt a little better. So and last, when you finish your exam, and then only you guys open the goal back based on how you do on the regular exam. That approach is also very good that you guys take. So I just wanted to thank as I said, administration, the trainers, the plan, everything is laid on so perfectly. If you just have to adhere to it, that's like I think you need to do. You just have to listen and do what is being told to you. And I somehow find some time within my time, and I made this. So I really have to thank this Infocareer Institute for driving us through, kept me on my toes at least. I felt challenged, right? I felt challenged. You commit to it. I had to commit to it. I said, it's okay, let me pay the exam fees and get the date set. Then only I will also sit and study. Otherwise, I will just keep postponing, which I was doing before also. So that also is good, right? Where you said you have to commit, you give a date, and then you get it done. So, and I thank you guys for all the advice that you guys have given. We are all adults. We are no more like students or college going, but the way it is articulated to us in a more professional way, I thank you so much for all of that. So that's all I wanted to share about InfoCareer.
Thank you, thank you for. Actually, I really appreciate you for taking care of your family, work, and then also accommodating for preparing for this exam. It's very challenging. I really appreciate you for taking this game. Okay, and
Thank you.
I have one question for you. See, the content, whatever we are given, okay. So that's in Road to Project Success and ICLEAF. And then the final exams, like whatever we are given, mock examination. Is it sufficient to face this exam, or anything else you felt it we need to improve, or something else we should do?
No, I didn't think so because, as you said, I did not read Rita. I did not read PM book. I just went with Road to Success and ICB only. I felt it is much sufficient, not just by passing the exam. Also, I've started using certain terms in my day-to-day, management, that I look at things a little differently, right? So I think the content is pretty good. The exams were tough on you, which I guess is good. uh, so and yeah, so I personally, I think if you stick with that rule, and the content is pretty good, because when I faced the exam, I initially first few questions I was trying to relate it to the questions that I have taken an ICL. Then I said, no, I shouldn't be doing this. I look at each question as a new question, right? And just apply what knowledge I have gathered so far. And I stuck with that. I think the content is pretty good, sufficient. I would say for the exam that I took recently, it is sufficient.
Good. Thank you for the sharing. And the last one is the last 1 week, 10 days, we holded so continuously pushing you. So is it required, or anything else we can add to this? Because I think every day you have been in communication, how much you scored, and then we are giving some mentoring was being done. So is it that audios final minute we given 5-page document, 2-page document, like that? So is that helpful, or anything else we supposed to add in that journey, the last 10 days?
Last 10 days, I think I've been in conversation with you on
Correct.
whenever I was not getting that great of a score, I felt a little, I shouldn't say this, but when I spoke to you, you said you are leaders. Why do you need motivation, right? So I think that struck me a lot. So the last 10 days, keeping in touch with you is one thing that is going to keep us going, right? Keep pushing the limits for us. Because if I aren't someone above me to tell what's happening, I probably would have lost my confidence in myself. So I think that process is good. I think they need to connect with a trainer whenever there is something. And um, uh, I don't think there is anything else that would be different. Your mentoring is very important, sir. That last 10 days, because you have doubt. Sometimes you have doubt in yourself, right? You're not 100% confident. To be very honest, I'm not a very confident person. So that mentoring is very important. I think you should have it for every person, whether it's you or any other trainer available. They should reach out. That will keep them going. So that yeah, you need to have that. And sometimes we need to hear some hard words, otherwise it will not get in here.
Thank you for acknowledging that. And so thanks for joining this call. Please convey our anything else you want to share to PMP aspirants before I close.
PMP aspirants is the first thing is as soon as you finish your training, schedule your exam. Others, this is not going to get done. Very simple, right? Schedule an exam, you will make it. Because obviously you know that you paid the money for it, right? You will make the time. You will never find time. You have to make the time. And the first step that you have put saying that I want to do my PMPSF is a big thing, right? So that step itself is a big thing. You just have to move the stone a little to reach that goal. That's all. So I wish everybody all the very best. And thanks to Infocareer. I think you'll also appreciate it. They'll also appreciate the value of Infocareer. And I wish this Infocareer Institute to do this for everybody else as well.
So thank you for that wishes, and thanks for sharing that very important thing, schedule and then to
Yes.
examination. Very good. And please convey our regards to your sister as well as your husband. And so
Yeah, sure.
thanks, and I acknowledge your family stand for you. Okay, so because without them, it will not
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you keep consistently taking action and then completing it. And please be in communication. Our people already would have been moved you to a new group of people. So stay there, and so that we can communicate to you any knowledge sharing sessions. Generally, we'll be sharing 1 or 2 sessions every month, and that will be in the evenings only. Maybe for you it will be morning. So you can, whenever it is possible, you can also participate. And some of the topics it will be from in US timing also. So whichever works for you, you can also keep enhancing knowledge. And please be in communication. Okay, please be in this community. Stay connected.
Sure, sir. I have also introduced, I guess, one of my friend is already in your training session. So I think I will get the word out to other of my colleagues if they want to aspire to take this examination. So I will surely, if there is something that I can play a part in your training session, in your feedback sessions, I will always, if I have time, I will always be there. Thank you so much.